Hello friends, my name is Mustafa and you are watching my tutorial. In this video, we will learn about Angular component. What actually the Angular component is. Angular component is made up of three parts. It has template. Template represents view that will be rendered on your screen that is created using HTML. It has a class that supports the view, means the class will have associated HTML that we will see in our code, and it contains like properties and the method and the metadata. So what actually the metadata and template and the class is, we will see in the example. So if we put together template plus class plus metadata, that builds Angular component. So now let's jump into the demo. So for demo purpose, I will open up any of the project that I have created previously. So just go to the folder in the D drive. I have created so many projects. So let me open my Angular first app. So just double click on that, come to this address bar, type CMD and press enter. From here you have to type code space dot. It will open up your project in Visual Studio Code. To understand component better, let's create a new component. So here we have a terminal, and for creating a component, we have a command called ng g for generate c for component and name of the component. So I will give name of the component as demo and press enter. Now here you can see that I have given name of the component as demo and it has created 4 files. So you can see here it has created 4 files and it has updated 1 file also. So what exactly is that? I will look into all of them one by one. So this is C. It has created, if you now come inside the SRC folder, inside the app, it has created a folder called demo. So inside demo, if you see, it has a 4 files. So this is the 4 files, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will, whenever you create component using this command, it will give you 4 files by default. The first file is demo.component.html. So this is the one. In this file, you will write your HTML. As of now, it has given just 1 paragraph. The second file is demo.component.spec.ts. Here you will write your testing code. The third one is demo.component.ts. This is the actual component file where you will write your business logic. We will look into all of these properties and configuration one by one. And finally, it also gives you demo.component.css. So here we go, demo.component.css. And in this file, you can write all of your CSS. So this is the 4 files. So now what actually is this? App module.ts. We don't see any app module.ts here. So app module.ts is here, and see it has updated something in that. Let's open it, and if you see here this demo.component, what actually this demo.component is, if you come here, if you open up this demo.component.ts file, you will see this is the name of the component. See, this is the name of demo.component. So what actually it has done, it has created a component for you and it has updated in the module also. So if you see here, it has imported this file and added in the declaration array. Now the question is, why it has added in the app.module? So remember, whenever you create any component, you must add that component in the module. That is mandatory. So let's open app.module.ts. So in the app.module.ts, you can see here this line that it has imported demo component and added in the declaration, in this declaration array also. So now let's come back to demo component. So in Angular, just remember that any component is just a normal class. These are the component decorator that tells Angular that this is not a normal class, this is a component. And see, we have imported this component from Angular core and we are using on top of the class. We cannot use it below. We cannot use it here. So see, if you see now, this is just a normal class, and on top of the class we are using component decorator. So this component decorator tells Angular that this class is not a normal class, this is a component, and it has a metadata. So these are the metadata that I will discuss in just a bit. So if you come back to app.module, you will see that we have demo component added in the declaration array and app component also in the declaration array. So remember, whenever you create any component, it has to be part of module. So when you create your application, app component comes by default and it is added already here. Let me also make one thing clear, that we have given name of the component as just demo. And here you see that it has created a file demo.component.cs, demo.component.html. So this is the convention. So even if you use only demo, that is also fine. But by default, when you create component using the command line, you will see something like this. So now let's come back to my website. So what I said, Angular is made up of three parts: template, class, and the metadata. So let's look into all these 3 point one by one. What actually the template is. So this is the template. See, this is the template where you will write your HTML. So this is the template URL. So this is the URL where you will write your HTML. And if you open up this demo.component.html, see, here is the HTML. Now let's talk about the style URLs. The style URL is the path of CSS where you can write your CSS class that will apply to this HTML. Let's run this application. npm start and take this URL. Now we are able to see that our application is running. So let's discuss a bit more about this. So now that we are able to see app component works, from where this text is coming. So if you come to app component, see, this is coming from app component, but we are not able to see this demo works. So how we can render this? So see, we have a selector, this selector. So we need to use this selector in the app component. We will use this selector and just save it. If you run this application, see, just below that, demo works is coming. Now you can ask question that why we are using this selector in the app component, because app is the root component. Thank you so much for watching. Please share, subscribe, and provide a constructive comment.